Mr. Mike come in here, when my 30-year-old son come here, he gonna tell you one thing. My dad can still put on the gloves, and we gonna work. And I realized one time, and he good, right, Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
Is he bad, Mr. Green?
He's the truth.
I realized when he became a man, when we was in there working, he hit me with some punches so fast, they're like, okay. I had to hit him with one that's, oh my dad, okay, Dad. I had to hit him with one of those old school ones. So he knows, when my dad hit me, he gonna feel it. And he knows one other thing, I don't do it anymore, that's why I work out. I remember one time he didn't want to do something that I told him to do. I said, all right, leave. Walked out the door, he left. I said, okay. See, he don't realize I brought him into this world. So I'm gonna have to treat him like I would treat people when I was living that life. Jump in the Hummer, he walking down the street, talking to his girlfriend on the telephone. I pull up on the Hummer. You could tell how lost he was because he didn't even realize what was coming to him. I jumped up the Hummer, had a tree branch. I said, all right, let me show you what I used to do back in the hood. I used to take a baseball bat and beat guys down. They didn't pay us out money, so I'm gonna show you that. He thought I was joking. By the time I began to beat him down, he was in those trees so fast. My wife like, what are you doing? You gotta remember one thing. I'm your dad. I will never disrespect. You will never disrespect me, and I will never disrespect you. But we don't have to do that now. Because I should have learned, in order for me to learn how to talk to him better and deal with him better, I gotta make myself better. So even when he comes here today, it's like, I will never hit you again. For every time I put my hands on you, I didn't want to. But I never learned another way. I had to train and push, like I'm doing, and I'm saying to you right now, the journey is never over. As a warrior, we gotta keep on adjusting and adapting, just like you did today for us to come here. We had to make adjustments to get you here. You know, we were going one place, but I had to follow through with my commitment. Guys, there's people in here right now, at 18 years old, when I had my first business, the reason why half of them people didn't get their black belts, because I chose the streets over them and I left them. I always remember that I will never ever leave a person disappointed, not even you. I don't care what it takes, I just can't do that. Because so many people did it for me. So when I'm saying these things to you, it's not so much for you, it's because I know what I used to do and I don't want to ever do that again or show that example. And if you take anything that what I'm saying to you, you just did it. You just did it. But even if you do it a little bit, just keep doing it a little bit. Don't just stop. Because when you come home and you go and get a job, remember, I got a prison record. I got a conviction, a felony. How am I getting all these jobs and going to schools and teaching all over the world and meeting with some of the most famous people? Because if you ever been locked up, what they say, or if you go and get a job, they're gonna look at your resume and say, well, you haven't been employed for X amount of time. Now what's gonna happen, when they shoot all that to you, that can break you right there. The thing that helped me, I took the power from you because I told you what I was doing and rather than you asking me what I was doing. So therefore I know I gotta work extra harder because you expecting, if you know that I was an ex-con, you expecting me to fall short. But I'm not gonna fall short. I still can't believe it, the places that I'm going to teach. But we gotta keep working every day. In the school, in corporate America, the challenges you're gonna face are harder than on the street. The difference is on the street, when the guy say he gonna hurt you, he gonna hurt you. In this world, man, of success, I run my own business, you cannot imagine what people be doing and what people be trying to do. You cannot imagine. I'm like, oh my God, do they do that? But I realize that I can't get ghetto and I can't act hood and I can't quit. I gotta find a better way to communicate so I can keep that customer coming back. Because right now, maybe they know not what they know. And if I be the example of how I wish they would treat me, then I end up keeping people around like that for 23 years. And then because I'm able to keep them around, what I learned how to do, I learned how to develop a business out of something. Because there's something right inside of all of you. I don't know what it is. There's something inside of all of you, even if you love picking up poop, even if you love picking up shit. It's like, man, you live in a neighborhood, why they leave the dog shit? Let me get it up. Why they leave the dog shit? Man, why would people do that? Then one day you're like, man, let me create a scooper pooper so I can get up the poop. Then you go to somebody and say, look, I got this great idea. You live in a community where people just let their dogs poop. I got this thing where you can just take and it scoops up the poop without you even having to put your hands down there. Then guess what ends up happening? You heard of scooper poopers, right? Same thing happened. Somebody made it $1 million business because they went inside themselves and they found the gift that God has already put inside of them. The same thing I have done. But you first got to show your commitment. And that commitment is that the only way you are able to get together, there was something that we did together with each other, because this wasn't staged like somebody told him to contact me and then I contact him back and then we did this. We still don't know how this happened. But we know it was at a level of honesty. If I wouldn't have been honest at that moment, you tell me, Mr. Mike, if I wouldn't have been honest at that moment, would we be together?
No.
So that's what, in working and you being here today, just, if anything you take away, just don't give up on the commitment. As a matter of fact, you can do it behind closed doors, just don't let the general public see. Because we already got to overcome what they're already putting on you now. Don't give them more ammo to say, oh, I told you they was going to end up like that. I told you. And I always think about that in my mind. The moment I add ghetto, somebody could come in and they can get smart, and I could do to them what, man, sometimes I'll be telling people like, man, I can kill them. They don't know what I done did. But then when I do that, there's somebody gonna say, I told you that's how they are. He been to jail, he was homeless, he was never meant to be good anyway. What more did you expect? But they ain't gonna ever, yeah, he ain't changed, but they ain't gonna never happen. Because I'm trying to become better, I'm trying to become more loving. So the more you bring it up with negativity, the higher I bring it up with positivity.
Amen.
Without using these. Making sense?
Making sense.
Talk to me, sir. I ain't want to kill him. I think that was killing enough. Would y'all agree?
Yeah, he got a good start. He got 10 more in him.
Yeah,
We're going to watch him. He got 10 more.
Put the camera on this guy.
Yeah, right here.
If he told me to help me and him lead the workout, y'all really be dead.
Okay, well, let's see.
All right, we're going to do 10 of these.
Come on, 10 more. No, we're going to walk down there.
10 of these, we're going to do 10 of my push-ups. We're going to do them like this.
I want to see you walk down to that line.
I just did it. I do
I
whole court.
want to see 5 more.
I used to do whole court for punishment.
Let me see. I want to see. See, I hear it, but I want to see it.
If I do it, you going to do it with me? You got to stop, you see? See how you stop?
If you do 5, I do 3.
No, I said we're going to do one down there together. Me and you. We're going to go together. We're going to go together. Come on.
See these guys.
Come on, let's
Come on,
go.
guys. Either put up or
Come on,
shut
let's
up.
go. We're going to go all the way to there, all the way there and run back. Come on, let's go. Ready? Let's go.
Hold up.
Ready? Let's go. Go. Get down. Put your back down.
And run back. Where you going?
No, we're going all the way there.
But you going whole court. You run the whole.
I said whole court. You heard? Why you stop right there? He heard me. He ain't want to go. Go. See.
Now, Mr. Mike, if we have a competition where if y'all want to do it, I can let you try it and just see where your challenge level is. It's like it's a 5-minute challenge. How many burpees can you do in 1 minute? How many tuck jumps can you do in 1 minute? How many push-ups can you do in 1 minute? How many sit-ups can you do in 1 minute? And how many squat kicks can you do in 1 minute? So if you would like to, I'll give you a scholarship and let y'all go and y'all can try that in the competition today.
I do.
I'll let them do that if they want to do it. Okay. We'll get you sign a waiver in case you pass out. And we got to take you to the hospital, But yeah, as long as you sign a waiver in case something bad happens to you, we good. Go ahead, sir.
All right,
I'm
guys,
sorry.
tighten up a little bit. Tighten up. Let me just give you a little background here, and to let you know this place where we're standing is hallowed ground, in my opinion. Bam said that we met in a situation that just shouldn't have happened. Just shouldn't have happened. And I was sitting in a meeting, and Bam walked in. He was a little late, because I guess he was working at his camp. He sat down next to me, and I felt something. It was like this. I'm not lying. So we went for a little bit, and my son was with me, or I was with him, and then Bam said something at the end of the meeting. And it was like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me. I mean, his voice just came right into my head. And I came up to him and I gave him my card afterwards. And I said, look, I'm not going to pursue you, but I've got a ministry that I'm involved with. If you would like to be a part of the ministry and bring something to the men, I'd love to, but I'm not going to call you. So I gave him the card, and my son kept calling me because he lives in Denver. And said, Dad, did he call you? Did he call you? I said, no. So about 2.5 weeks later, he called me. I don't know what process he went through. We never discussed that. But we had a meeting, and then things kind of blossomed from there. So, and I've been exposed to this. We're in a what kind of program, guys? Spiritual transformation, right? Romans 12, 2 says that we're what? Transformed by the renewing of our mind. And one thing I recognized early is, as he said, and we all know the old story about a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but there is a spiritual part, but there is a physical part. And we never emphasized that. But I knew Bam, in addition to bringing spiritual, could bring a testimony that would give credibility instantly, because he kind of watered it down this morning from the last time, that's right. But just listen to what he's saying about how he disciplines himself. Paul said, discipline yourself when? Now. Okay, now, everybody can't be like Bam. But did you hear what he said? He said, just a little. If you can take that mindset and you can bring it to the best of your ability, it can only get better. So we met on a divine appointment because God had a plan for the men that are going to be exposed to him over the years. We had 10 men exposed last time. I don't know what they walked away with. I know what they said they walked away with when it happened. And maybe you'll say that today. Hey, man, we really learned something. But what's going to be the secret? What's going to be, he talked about secrets. What's going to, the only thing that matters, Johnny, what's the only thing that's going to matter? Once today's gone, what's the only thing that matters? How much of what you heard from him today, Kelvin, will you what? Will you embrace and take with you? So, I don't know, some of you may completely forget about it. We're not here to judge who's going to do what. We're here just like the gospel. We throw it out there and hope that it falls on fallow ground. So, if any one of you can benefit from what we're doing today, and Bam is pouring out his heart, but we both feel the same way, that we want to give, and the question is, will you receive? Will you receive? Let that, unless a seed falls to the ground and what, Johnny? Dies, it cannot what? Grow life. So I'll be forever grateful to God for bringing us together, and you know, we're going to have a nice ride over these years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So the other part I wanted to bring in, and this because everyone is unique. Like in our school, we do black belt tests. Every black belt test is different, right, Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
Because I believe life is different. So it just don't know what's going to happen. So today, what I was thinking, all right, after we do a little workout, we do a little talking. What I would like to do is take y'all in there, and we as men, let's figure out what we can do to help out the team with setting up and doing all that stuff. Because you're going to see kids in there, you're going to see women in there. Let's do some of those things and show that character amongst those people. Because last time we brought them in and they got a chance to see a demo, right?
That's right.
What was that? Because he was the one from that one experience. He said, no, but because we could have just did this without that part. And what did you say?
No, we got to have it.
Yeah, you got to have this part. And when you see the kids, you see what we talking about. It's just truly remarkable. So what I'll do while you guys like getting yourself, give me a minute. We can walk over. I'll ask my wife, what can we do to help? Then we can just go in and we can make their job, which our job is, make their job a lot easier and less stressful, because that's what men's supposed to do. When you get married, they say a happy wife.
Happy life.
Yeah, you get to a point where you don't even worry about the paycheck anymore. I know I said I would never do that, but you get to a point. I know I might say, how many people have been married before? How many people married? Yeah, you just go ahead and kick the check out, man. You let it go.
Yes, let it go.
You just let it go, because you gotta have another way to get money over here, and she don't care about that. You know, you let her be happy. You make sure the kids happy. You know, it might be something that she want to eat that you don't like, but you eat it anyway, right? Because you get a moment of happiness, so when they go to sleep, you can eat what you want to eat anyway. That's just how it goes, man. It took me a long time to get that, but now I got that. I've been married for what, 19 years? Going on 20, and I'll never get a divorce. Because the one good thing I realized with my mom and my dad, regardless of what they went through, they never got a divorce.
Let me share with you the text exchange we had yesterday, just to show that Bam preaches and he lives it out. He says, last night at around 4 o'clock, he says, could you bring the men to the tournament location for the workout at 7? So I'm going, oh God, okay, now I gotta get 15 minutes earlier and all that. And I said, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I said, we'll be there at 7 o'clock. And daggone if we weren't, even though we had some issues. We were here at 7:05. Says, it will be tight as we can't leave the mission before 6. It's a 60-minute drive. Well, when I measured it at 60 minutes, that was in traffic, so it was a little easier. And then he says, okay, we'll start when you get here. He said, My wife just needed me to back her up as they are setting up. So he adjusted. He was willing to change everything around for his wife. And I wrote back to him, I said, I perfectly understand. Right, because, so let's go over there and warrior mindset, but remember, we're tender warriors.
Yeah, and we got to pick up some like